Yo guys, I'm going to be making a tier list of all the superclasses in Arcane Lineage. I'm going to be basing this tier list off of three things: PvE ability, boss fighting ability, and finally support ability. If you like these type of videos, please subscribe as I'm trying to meet the requirements for the content creator role in the Discord. Starting off strong, we have Dark Wraith. Dark Wraith is one of the best classes in the game. There's nothing it cannot do. The only thing that it's maybe weak against is Thorian. However, it's still completely viable in that boss fight. Also, Dark Wraith scales off of Arcane. The only moves that scale off of Strength are the ones that you get from the base class. So just to clear up any confusion on that. And you won't be needing those moves, except maybe the Barrage for the crit damage and to get the Dark Orbs. Next up we have Berserker. Right, hear me out, yeah? Berserker is the best DPS in the game. After the buff, Berserker is genuinely the best class in the game for boss farming, for PvP, and for support. The DPS on Berserk now is so insane. Everyone is stuck with Berserker while it was trash, and now you guys are up. Like, you genuinely have my respect. We have Impaler. Impaler, best DPS in the game. It's just everything Berserker is not, which is good at DPS, and it does DPS, it does bleed, it stacks bleed, amazing AoE. Paired up with a Saint, the duo, you can duo Yothel comfortably, really easily, and definitely one of the best classes in the game. Next up we have Elementalist. Elementalist, honestly, I'm not going to put it in B, I'm going to put it in A, but a low A. It's great for PvE grinding, good AoE damage, decent status effects. However, it's kind of rubbish in boss farming. There's just better classes you can go for if you want an Arcane build, such as Necromancer or try that again. Next up, Elementalist. Elementalist, I don't want to put it in B tier, however I'm going to put it in low A tier. It's great for PvE grinding, amazing AoE damage, not so good for boss fights. There are better options you can take for Arcane, and however it does apply good status effects, and it's really easy to get, so it's good for new players. Definitely recommend it if you're starting out new to the game. It's a good super class to get used to the game and enjoy the game. It's quite fun to use, and you basically are the avatar, so you literally can't lose with that. Next, Necromancer. Necromancer literally revives dead teammates. I don't know what more I can say. If you have like a really good Arcane build with Necromancer, you can summon skeletons with like 70 HP. I've seen skeletons with 80 HP. They are unkillable, bro. If you have them in a Yothel fight, I'm not sure about Thorian fights. I've never fought Thorian with a Necromancer, but in Yothel, a Necromancer with a 80 HP skeleton is a whole nother player. Yothel is not killing you guys if you have a Necromancer on your team, especially if they're Vastian when they can make a Sylph. That's three whole turns for the Necromancer. Next, Paladin. I don't want to put it in A tier, I'm going to put it high B tier. It's amazing for Thorian, however it's not that good. I'm waiting for it to be great. I'm sleeping on it, but I've got no reason to not sleep on it. So if you can like try and convince me in the comments, then I'll be willing to read those. Next we have Rogue. Rogue is not bad. I'm gonna put it high B tier though. The only reason I'm putting it high B tier is because it's good for gold farming. It's amazing for gold farming, amazing for boss drops. If you have mid-ass on it especially, Rogue is one of the best classes for luck. If you have a full luck rogue, then amazing, you can get amazing boss drops and a lot of gold from it. However, it's not that good DPS wise. It's just average, nothing special about it. It's an amazing class for farming, but I wouldn't put it any higher than high B tier. Next we have Saint. It's the only healer in the game. I don't know what more I can say. It's absolutely brilliant. If you have a Saint in your team, you will not die, most likely, and especially if they have the Lost Grace, then you're literally unkillable. Finally, we have Monk. Monk is low 80 after the buffs. It's great for DPS damage, but however, it's great, not amazing. I'm not going to put it in A+ tier. Which reminds me, there is no assassin on this tier list right now. I'm going to edit that in. Assassin is A+ tier, but I'll describe why later. Monk right now is really good for AoE damage. It does plenty of quick damage, quick succession. I've never really seen a monk in a Yalthal fight. There's just better options. However, it's quite decent for Thorian. So monk is low A tier, not better than Elementalist. And then finally we have Assassin. Assassin is A+ tier. If you have a full look crit Assassin build, you are doing 50 damage per M1. There's nothing you can't do with Assassin crit build. However, the minigame is quite hard, and I've seen a lot of unskilled player using Assassin and they just don't hit any of their attacks. However, if you're skilled, that poison stack with Assassin, it's really solid, especially if you have Dark Sigil on it. You're definitely a must-have for boss fights. Right, that makes it the full tier list now. If you disagree with anything, let me know in the comments and I'll tell you why I chose that option, or maybe you can convince me to change my mind. And subscribe and take care.